Come on over. I want to talk to you about the top 10 personal lines of credit for fair or average credit. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you were to ask me. And if you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Today I have an important topic to talk about. What are the top 10 personal lines of credit for fair or average credit? But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me first share with you our evaluation approach. We have a rigorous approach to evaluate, to categorize, to review, and to test all the loans and lines of credit that we review on this show. Check this out. All right, cool. Let's jump into it right now. Number 10, PenFed. This line of credit is great for credit union members. Our score, 8 over 10. PenFed is a credit union offering unsecured personal lines of credit of up to $20,000. So you need to become a member of the credit union, though, in order to receive your line of credit funds. But PenFed claims that anyone can join. You don't have to be a member of the military. You can join as a civilian. That's pretty cool. There is in terms of credit score, if you have a fair or average credit, that's fantastic too. They will accept you. The estimated APR ranges from 6.49% to 17.99%. The line of credit amount $600 to $20,000. Term length 1 to 5 years. Now there are some fees: late fee of $29 and return check fee of $30. One thing I want to mention here is that the low minimum line of credit amount of $600 is kind of enticing for those who don't need to borrow much but still need help. And you just need to become a member of PenFed. You need to open an account with them to be able to access this line of credit. So our score, 8 over 10. Number 9, Prosper. Prosper is kind of cool when it comes to fair or average credit. It's best for joint applicants. Our score, 8.5 over 10. The minimum credit score ranges from 500 to 640 to 660. Estimated APR 7.95% to 35.99%. The line of credit amount $2,000 to $40,000, and term lengths from 3 to 5 years. And in terms of origination fees, they have it ranges from 2 to 5%. They have a late fee. They also have an NSF fee, an insufficient funds fee. They also have a check fee of $5 or 5%, whichever is greater. One thing you have to pay attention here is that while Prosper does not accept co-signers, it does accept joint applications. So Prosper also lets you change your monthly due date to ensure on-time payments. They charge many fees, as I just said, and you have to understand that getting your money can take up to 3 days after you're approved, which might be too long depending on your situation. A lot of borrowers want the money right away. If you're looking for a line of credit and you have fair or average credit, you want to get the money right away, and Prosper may not be the best option for you because it takes 3 to 5 days or even longer to get the funds after being approved. Let's go to number 8. Number 8, Lending Club. When it comes to a fair or average credit line of credit, Lending Club is kind of cool because they are the best for using a co-signer. Our score, 9 over 10. You need a minimum score of 500 to 600. The estimated APR, 10% to 36%. Line of credit amount, $1,000 to $40,000. And term length, 3 to 5 years. In terms of fees, you have an origination fee of ranging from 2 to 6%, a late fee of $5 or $15. whichever is greater. Now, having a cosigner might be the difference maker you need to qualify for a line of credit. You can use one when you apply for a lending club personal line of credit. So the pros, aside from being able to use a cosigner, you might qualify for a line of credit if you have a credit score of at least 500 or 600. The lender also allows a 15-day grace period on late monthly payments. What are the cons? What should you watch out for? You could get your funds around 4 or 5 days after approval or even longer, which might be too long if you need your money right away. Number 7. Number 7, we have Upstart. Upstart is best for short credit history. 9/10. That's our score of this company, of this lender. And in terms of the minimum credit score, you have 600, and the estimated APR 8% to 36%. Line of credit amount, you have 1,000 to 50,000. Term length 3 to 5 years, and minimum, they want you to have a minimum annual income of 12,000, so 1,000 annual income per month. And the fees, you have a late fee of 5% or 15% or $15, whichever is greater. The origination fee up to 8%, and return check fee of $15. One thing that's very important here is that Upstart evaluates your credit score to determine your credit worthiness, but it's not the company's only method. It's also, the company will also consider your education and job history, which might be helpful if you're struggling to qualify for a personal line of credit based on your credit score. That's pretty cool. I mean, we kind of like that. And one thing we also like also with Upstart is that you can borrow as little as 1,000, and you can even apply with minimum credit on your report. Let's now go for number 7. Actually, number 6. Number 6. We have Payoff. All right, Payoff, best for credit card debts. We love Payoffs when it comes to personal lines of credit for fair or average credit. And our score is 9.5/10. So if you are suffering from a mountain of credit card debt, you might be best suited for a Payoff personal line of credit. Or, I mean, it really depends if you're looking for debt consolidation, but it doesn't really matter. As long as you have a fair or average credit, you're looking for a personal line of credit, you can use Payoff. Payoff, the pros. Payoff keeps fees to a minimum. There are no fees for a late payment, paying off your line of credit early, or paying by check. What you need to watch out for, what are the cons here? So even though you can get a Payoff line of credit with fair credit, its minimum credit score requirement is 640. Which is, if you think about it, on the higher side, on the higher end of a fair credit score. Payoff line of credits can also be they can also be only used for credit card debt consolidation. So it's not really a good choice if you are looking to use a personal line of credit for, say, emergency expenses or home improvements, for example. In terms of the estimated APR, it ranges from 6 to 25%. Line of credit amount 5,000 to 40,000, term length 2 to 5 years, and they have an origination fee of 0 to 5%. Let's move on to number 5. Number 5, Upgrade. Upgrade is best for fast funding when it comes to people who have fair or average credit and they're looking for personal lines of credit. And our score for Upgrade 9.5/10. The line of credit amount 1,000 to 35,000, term length 3 to 5 years, origination fee 2.9% to 8%, late fee up to $10, return check fee of $10, and for the APR you are looking at 8% to 36% with auto pay, minimum credit score of 620. That's kind of the norm here with the Upgrade. And you can take advantage of the 8% APR if you qualify. And while Upgrade does not disclose its minimum credit score, sources report that borrowers can qualify with a credit score in the mid to low 600s. And one thing you need to watch out for, and that's the cons here, Upgrade's origination fee can go as high as 8%. And if you don't pay your line of credit on time every month, you could face a $10 late payment fee, and they don't play with that. They really are very strict when it comes to that. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks. At number 4, we are still talking today about the top 10 personal lines of credit for fair or average credit here, folks. And number 4, we have Wells Fargo. So Wells Fargo has a personal line of credit for fair or average credit, and we have rated this line of credit 9.5 over 10. So Wells Fargo has a line of credits that goes from 3,000 to 100,000. Funds are often deposited the next business day. You have a fixed APR, and there's no collateral required. One thing that we love here is that this is a company that is established. This is a solid financial institution. There are no line of credit origination fees or prepayment penalties with the Wells Fargo personal line of credit for fair or average credit. And the great thing here is that if you have a current account with the bank, a relationship discount may even apply. Number 3, we have Best Egg. Best Egg, we have given this company 10 over 10 when it comes to personal lines of credit for fair or average credit. And this is best for home repairs. So Best Egg offers personal lines of credit with credit scores ranging from fair to excellent. The terms are 3 to 5 years, and lines of credit amounts range from $2,000 to $35,000, making those lines of credit ideal for sizable expenses such as home repairs. And the pros, one thing we love with when we were testing this, when we were testing Best Egg's personal lines of credit, we found that they're very good when it comes to approval and deposit of funds. This can come as quickly as within a day. Think about it. In terms of the cons, the origination fee can go as high as 7%, and there is a $15 late fee. Number 2, let's talk about Avant. Avant is best for very low credit. Of course, today we're talking about personal lines of credit for fair or average credit, but if you have low credit, you might qualify also with Avant. And we have scored this company 10 over 10. And this is our pick for fair credit and debt consolidation. Avant targets bad and fair credit borrowers. While Avant does not advertise its eligibility requirements on its website, we have actually done some research, and we realized that we found that they require 580 FICO and 550 Vantage, and in terms of average credit scores. Most of its borrowers have a credit score between 600 and 700. What are the pros here? With Avant, you can get access to your funds within a day of approval, and repayment terms are as long as 5 years. And on the cons, the lowest APR available is 9.95%, which is much higher than those of competitors. And Avant also charges an admin fee and late fees. So the line of credit amount, $2,000 to $35,000, term lengths 2 to 5 years, and estimated APR from 10 to 36%. And number 1, let's talk now about number 1, folks. What is the top personal line of credit for fair or average credit right now? Number 1, Rocket line of credits. Rocket loans, 10 over 10. This is our score. And they specialize on fair credit lending and fast funding. Minimum credit score 580, estimated APR 7 to 30%, line of credit amount $2,000 to $45,000. What are the pros here? With Rocket loans, with the Rocket lines of credits, what you have is they're able to actually fund some line of credits the same day as approval, soft credit check with pre-qualification, rate discounts for autopay. The cons, they charge an origination fee. They don't offer their direct payment to creditors for debt consolidation line of credits, and there's no cosign, joint, or secured line of credit options. The thing here is that you have to think about what works for you, but overall, Rocket Line will actually find a credit that works for you. You have to remember though, they have an origination fee that ranges from 1 to 6%. They have a late fee of $15 after a 10-day grace period, and they have an unsuccessful payment fee of $15. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. All right, folks, here you have it. So when it comes to looking for a personal line of credit for a fair or average credit, you have the choices that we have given you. You have 10 companies, 10 solid companies. One thing you have to understand is that your credit score says a lot about you. Very important. So you can basically get a personal line of credit with a fair credit score, that's for sure. But we have to understand that the goal here is to work towards improving your credit score every day. And to apply for a personal line of credit with fair credit, you have to get your paperwork ready. And a lot of lenders are looking for things like your personal data, such as your full legal name and address, your date of birth, your social security number, your employment status, your statement of income, in other words, your P&L, your profit and loss statement, and your banking information, such as your checking account. This is very important. That's how they kind of they will gauge your application. And don't forget, if you have your tax returns also for the last 2 years, that's fine. Your 1040 for the last 2 to 3 years, that's pretty cool. If you are employed, you might want to join to the paperwork, to the application paperwork. You want to join your pay stubs, maybe for the last 2 months, and also your bank statements for the last 2 to 3 months. So what you're doing here is you're trying to show the lender that you are good. You're good financially. You are solid. Even though you have fair or average credit, you are financially sound at the moment, and you are actually you deserve actually the loan or the line of credit. All right. Okay, let's quickly recap here today. And so we were talking to you about the 10 best personal lines of credit for fair or average credit, and here you have it. Number 1, Rocket lines of credits with 10 over 10. Number 2, Avant, 10 over 10. Number 3, Best Egg, 10 over 10. Number 4, Wells Fargo personal line of credit, 9.5 over 10. Number 5, Upgrade, 9.5 over 10. Number 6, Payoff, 9.5 over 10. Number 7, Upstart, 9 over 10. Number 8, Lending Club, 9 over 10. Number 9, Prosper, 8.5 over 10. And number 10, PenFed, 8 over 10. I will see you next time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.